Oh, what is Yevskis, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the GXWrestleCast. We're on episode 178 of my wrestling recap show, where once a week I go through all the major WWE and AEW shows, give you the recap, give you the review, let you know what's going on storyline-wise, and at the end of the show, I give out my 3 stars of the week, awarding my 3 favorite matches that I witnessed with my eyeballs. And if there's a pay-per-view, I'll have a special pay-per-view episode for that, but I think we're in the clear this week. So let's dive into the Monday Night Raw. We are in Houston, Texas, and we have the New Day come out to many, many boos. New Day would like to talk, but Jey Uso makes his entrance through the crowd. Jey tells Kofi and Woods that New Day sucks. Oh yeah. New Day feelings are hurt, so they leave. Jey calls out Drew McIntyre for a yeet down. Yeet. Instead, Solo appears on screen, tells Jey he made a mistake siding with Roman. Yeah? Drew McIntyre with a sneak attack on Jey. Referees and security do a horrible job separating them. McIntyre just easily gets by, nails Jey with a Claymore. Honestly, a drawn-out opening segment. Lots of booing of the New Day and yeets for Jey. So, yeah, New Day getting a massive negative response from the crowds, obviously. Honestly, nothing really accomplished with the New Day, though. They still can't speak over the boos, so they're just kind of, just accept the boos until they can speak. Drew and Jey's beef, and it's starting to get a little warmer here. I'm not, that excited for it, but we'll see where it goes. Now we got the opening match. It's Chad Gable with American Made versus Otis with Alpha Academy. Otis mean lariat runs into Gable, then delivers the worm. Oh yeah. Is that what he called it? No, the caterpillar. That's what he calls it. Otis taking out the Creeds. Otis gets out of the ankle lock, throws Gable into the Creeds, and then Gable, ridiculous German suplex on Otis with the, that slow delay that he does. Very nice. Ivy distracts Otis, Gable locks in the ankle lock, and Otis forced to tap out. A really solid match right there. Wild amount of interference from American Made. Can't believe they didn't get friggin' disqualified. Otis he's not getting the big crowd responses like he used to before. When he would do the worm, everyone would go crazy. Maybe with some more consistent matches, he can get back on track, and if they can pull off the storyline with Gable, I don't know, man. I don't know if Otis can become more than just a fun side character, like a funny, goofy guy. That's where I liked him the most. I really miss Heavy Machinery, but I don't know, man. I think they missed the train here with Otis, but again, he can still get it back and be a fun comedy guy, but this dude won Money in the Bank before, so I don't think those days are coming back. But they're trying to make him a little bit more serious right now with Chad Gable. It's just the crowd fell in love with him being, a goofball, and that's what he is naturally. We'll see. I don't know, man. We'll see. I like Otis a lot, but I don't know. I think the train is passed. All right, now backstage we got Liv Morgan, not with Judgment Day because she is very busy preparing for her match with Rhea Ripley. So Finn Balor is rallying the troops with a catchphrase, "When we listen to Finn, we win." That is so not true, but all right. It was a fun saying. We get R-Truth performing What Is Up for the crowd, and then the fans, for the fans. He's performing for the fans, and then he gets sneak attacked by JD McDonough, and that's that. No R-Truth match, and what the fuck is your problem, JD McDonough? Don't attack R-Truth, especially when he's doing What Is Up. All right, we move on. Women's Intercontinental Tournament, round 2. It's Zoe Stark versus Dakota Kai. Dakota, wicked rolling backstabber. That was awesome. Kai, anti-air super kick, hits the Pele kick, pins, and advances to the finals. Damn. Good for Dakota, man, having success right here after so many injuries, man. I swear she was just injured for the last year and a half, it feels like. But overall, a solid matchup, and good for Dakota. We got a 6-man tag team up next. It's Judgment Day, Finn Balor, McDonough, and Dom Dom versus Damian Priest and the War Raiders, Ivar and Eric. Raiders body slam spree, shoves Finn and JD, or slams, they get shoved, damn it, Finn and JD into the announce table. Dom counters Priest Razor's Edge. Dom runs into a wicked spinning South of Heaven chokeslam. My goodness. Priest pins and wins. The good guys win. Awesome performance out of the good guys. All three having wicked hot tag moments. Carlito had a great apple spit take. That was funny. 7 out of 10. Good match. We get Adam Pearce tells Uso he will face Jey Uso. He will face Drew McIntyre next week on the Raw Netflix premiere. All right. I just don't know if Jey and McIntyre are going to mesh together that well. I don't know, man. Like, Jey can have great matches. It's just, depends how many super kicks he decides he wants to throw in that match. All right, we got Ludwig. There he is. Ludwig Kaiser, everybody, cutting a promo, calling himself European Elegance. I mean, he has a ridiculous six-pack. Sheamus returns and puts a whooping on Kaiser, delivering a bro kick. Fuck yeah, welcome back, Sheamus. He wasn't gone too long, but yeah, always good to see Sheamus and continuing on his beef with other Europeans. We have Rey Mysterio and the LWO. They're backstage cheering up Otis. New Day interrupt. They're being jerks. Rey challenges New Day to a match. New Day call LWO Mysterio cosplayers, and Selena is short. How dare you? How dare you, New Day? Don't you ever talk shit about Selena. I'll find you. But first, a women's Intercontinental Tournament matchup. Round 2, Lyra Valkyria going up against Io Sky. Lyra with the big combo. Io kicks out, answers with a lovely rolling German suplex. Io, awesome avalanche spinning sunset powerbomb and a moonsault dive to the outside. That was awesome. Thumbs up. Lyra avoids the over the moonsault. Io and Lyra counter for counter. Lyra rolls Io into a very unique pin. Io cannot escape, and Lyra wins. Whoa. They're setting that up as a huge upset win for Lyra. Even she was shocked that she won that match. So, yeah, honestly, I thought 100% Io Sky was winning. But, hey, nice for Lyra Valkyria. She's kind of gotten lost in the shuffle a little bit since the call-up. But, hey, that's cool. And it was a really good match, man. Lots of nice counters, good chemistry. I'm down for a rematch between these two. 7.5. And Lyra will face Dakota Kai in the tournament finals. Oh, snap. That is not who I expected. But, again, nice to see some other women getting opportunities here. Not just, like, the more obvious choices. But, hey, I'm cool with this. All right. We got Seth Rollins and CM Punk have their face-to-face. Punk angry at the took your ball and went home statement. He does not like that. Punk asking... That's exactly what he fucking did, so you better like it. All right, Punk asking Rollins about his neck and knees. Rollins calling out Punk for trashing WWE, joining the competition, trying to do anything he can to take down WWE, and he failed, so he had to come crawling back. What do you guys say about that, Punk? Punk calls out Seth for being a McMahon favorite and was responsible for creating Roman Reigns with the whole chair shot 100 years ago or whatever. Punk will bring his arrows and Seth will bring his eyes of fire to Netflix next week. Who wrote that shit up? Come on now. A really enjoyable back and forth between these two guys that definitely don't like each other, man. It is very entertaining to watch. The tension, I hope, if they're faking it, they're amazing actors. They don't like each other. Thumbs up, though. This was awesome. I still don't get why the crowd is behind CM Punk at all. Like, the guy literally says he's only here for the money. Like, he just isn't a very likable person since he's come back to WWE. Like, Seth is completely right. He's calling him out as a complete and total fucking hypocrite, which he is. But, oh well, hopefully, I hope the crowd turns on him at some point. Because CM Punk, he's crap. He's fucking crap. That's the end of the show. Solid final Raw before the big Netflix debut. Women's Intercontinental Tournament surprise. That Dakota Kai and Valkyria are in the finals. It's cool. They're both talented. They just kind of haven't really found their way on the main roster yet. This is going to be their opportunity to find that way. Punk and Seth, good interaction, good segment. Overall, a 6 out of 10 for the Monday Night Raw. Let's go over to NXT now. They are back home. They're back in Orlando, Florida, and we got Kalani Jordan going up against Lola Vice to open up the show. Lola catches Lonnie in a chokehold. Kalani powers up, slams Lola to escape. Impressive. Cora Jade distraction on Kalani backfires. Jordan rolls up Lola for the W. Good competitive matchup right there. That's a 7 out of 10. Cora attacks after the bell. Vakur comes to the aid of Kalani. Lola accidentally friendly fires on Stephanie, allows Cora to escape. And we go backstage. Stephanie angry about Lola hitting her, no doubt. Kalani tries to calm things down, but it does not work. Cora watches happily as everything breaks down. And then Ava ruins the moment, telling Cora she's going to be in a fatal four-way against those 3 women at New Year's Evil. Way to go, freaking Ava, being a jerk to Cora. Sweet, innocent, beautiful Cora. Never did anything. Her generation, you're ruining it. Josh Briggs, everybody, wins NXT Match of the Year. It was a triple threat match. I know it had Dijak in it. I forget who the other dude was, but I remember that match a little bit. Not enough to remember the third man that was in that match, but it had Dijak in it, and if it has Dijak, you know it's a good-ass match. Where the fuck is Dijak, man? Pretty sure he's gone from WWE now. He got released, but why? Why'd you do that? He's so good. And Joe Hendry's arrival in NXT wins Moment of the Year. I disagree with that one. I don't remember what the nominees were, but considering that Joe Hendry isn't like part of NXT or anything, I feel like it's a little bit not cool to give it to someone that's actually from NXT. I love Joe Hendry, don't get me wrong, but he doesn't actually show up every time they say his name, so hey. But alright, congratulations to all y'all. We get Cedric Alexander. Disturbed by the attack on Javon Evans last week, Ethan jumps Cedric, they brawl out to the ring and begin their match. It's Cedric Alexander versus Ethan Page. Ethan punches out Cedric's mouth guard, nails a cutter for an impressive win. Solid quick matchup right there. Ethan showing off his new dangerous side. He attacks Cedric after the bell and shoves his fingers into a toolbox and then smashes Cedric's fingers in said toolbox. Ethan, you're an animal. What's wrong with you? We got Hank and Tank. They need to find a third man to fight Wesley, Tyreek, and Tyson. Who will that third man be? We'll find out later. But first, it's Shotzi and Gigi Dolan with Tatum versus Chance and Carter. Wait, what? Is this triple threat? Okay, versus Jackson and Legend. All right, triple threat thing or something. Chance and Carter, tandem dives, and the keg stand excites the crowd. Shotzi, foot caught during the dive, takes a nasty fall to the floor. That was scary as fuck. She's okay, I think. Jackson dives off of Lash's shoulders, wipes out the group. Gigi, crucifix bomb, fatal influence, interfere with poor Gigi. Lash and Jakara take advantage, wheelbarrow? Yeah. Cutter combo, pins Gigi for a big dub. Really good matchup right here. Each team looking good. Hopefully Shotzi's okay. She kind of fell on her fucking face, but it happens. But 7.5 out of 10. Really good matchup. Unholy Union appear on screen, trash-talking Lash and Jakara. Not much coming out of that, but the women's tag team division on Fuego. I believe that means fire. Ava Raine, not satisfied with the Heritage Cup match last week, tells Lexus there will be a rematch for the Cup. King will get another chance in a sudden death Heritage Cup match at New Year's Evil. Until then, Dempsey gets his cup back. So basically, they're just going to have a regular match. I don't know if there's going to be rounds and shit, but one fall wins. So that's just a regular match, isn't it? Anyway, Fraxium win Tag Team of the Year. I 100% agree with that one. ODM, yucking the yum. They tell Fraxium they are hunting their championships. Go away, ODM. You don't win. You didn't win. But Fraxium, absolutely. They've been freaking amazing this year. Even though the whole time they've been on like the brink of breaking up and they're always fighting with each other and arguing and bickering. But man, they are good together in the ring. Now we got Sol Ruka versus Izzy Dame. Sean Spears creepily watching over the match. Just enough. Izzy, wicked cutter, gets a near fall. Ruka moonsault to the outside. Izzy pulls Zarya into the path because Zarya's there now. Izzy hits a high drive, pins, and wins. Really solid competitive matchup right there. Izzy, really impressive win. Could it be a big year for Izzy in 2025? I mean, maybe. Why not? That was way better of a match than I thought it was going to. I thought it was honestly just going to be like a quick squash, basically. But no, Izzy got in there, and she friggin' won. 7 out of 10. Good stuff. We get Hank and Tank offer Mr. Chase a spot on the team, but will he take it? Because Mr. Chase is very distraught. He's still very sad at the closing and the failure of Chase U. So we'll see. Roxanne Perez wins NXT Female Superstar of the Year. I 100% agree with that one as well. Roxanne Perez absolutely crushed it this year. Was not a big fan of hers. After this year and her new heel run and the Prodigy thing, dude, she's one of my favorites now. She has been excellent. Well done from Roxanne. Thumbs up. Why not? We get 6-man tag. It's Wesley, Tyreek, and Tyson versus Hank and Tank, and it's Mr. Chase. Yay, he made it out. Wes with a nice snap DDT plants Hank. Tyson, a nice pop-up slam. Mr. Chase, losing the will to wrestle, tags himself out of the match and leaves. Oh no. Tyreek, cool stunner, defeats Hank and Tank. Oh man, nice teamwork though from Wes and his new buddies. Tyreek and Tyson could be a prominent trio this year in NXT. Kind of liking what Wesley's doing right now. He's kind of turning into a heel, taking some guys under his wing, and yeah, it might work out. Hank and Tank, fired up effort like that. Chase, Mr. Chase, still too sad to compete. This is sad. Really solid trios matchup though. We get Spears' invitation declined again by Izzy Dame. The family tells Spears to leave the lady alone. Spears, not pleased about it, but yeah, get out of here. We get NXT Male Superstar of the Year, Obafemi. Hell yeah, I'm pretty much I agree with that one as well. Oba delivers a great speech, claims he will become NXT champion next week. Trick Williams, the NXT champion, comes out and disagrees. Knows that Oba is beatable. Eddie Thorpe with a sneak attack breaks the award over Oba's head and holds up the NXT championship to end the show. Oh man. Regardless, I believe it is time, baby, to make Obafemi the champion of NXT. It's time. Eddie better not screw this up, and if Trick loses, what's next for Trick Williams? He's going to stay in NXT? I don't think he's ready, man. I don't know. I think he needs some more seasoning in NXT, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think you have to go up. I think he's fine where he is in NXT. I think I'm totally fine with him staying there. So I hope he does stick around with NXT for a bit more. And yeah, he does. I don't think he has to go up. And if he does, I mean, boom, you're hooking back up with Carmelo Hayes, right? That's a great spot to start him off with. But we'll see what happens with Trick Williams and his future in NXT. Very curious. But a good setup segment for the title match next week. And that's the end of the show. Good first NXT of the year. I enjoyed the awards throughout the show. I thought they nailed those pretty well, except for the Joe Hendry moment, which isn't, really an NXT thing, but regardless, good wrestling throughout. Izzy, Hank, and Tank looking like potential 2025 breakouts. That would be cool. Tyreek and Tyson joining with Wesley, a good move for them. And a good setup for New Year's Evil, I feel like, for next week. I'm excited. 7 out of 10 for the NXT. We'll go over now to the SmackDown in Phoenix, Arizona, and it is the first 3-hour SmackDown ever, I do believe. I feel like it's always been 2 hours, but here we go. Well, here we go. All right, undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes makes his grand entrance. Cody not cleared to wrestle because of Kevin Owens. Drew McIntyre makes his grand entrance, gives Cody a big ol' hug. What the fuck? Drew offers to watch Cody's back. Cody ain't buying what Drew's selling. Instead offers Drew a fight. Drew assures Cody he's telling the truth. Cody gets jumped by Owens. Brawling gets broken up. Oh man, I'd love for Cody and Drew to team up together. They could be the Redeem team, man. They both had huge potential in WWE. They didn't hit it. They left. They were amazing. They came back, and then bam, they finally hit that potential, and they could be friends on that. That'd be so cool. We got Shinsuke Nakamura, everybody, versus Andrade. Andrade hits his face off of the post. Shinsuke hits the Kinshasa for the W. Really solid competitive matchup. Both guys hitting their signature moves and all that jazz. And then here he comes. It's LA Knight, yeah. Attacks Shinsuke after the match. LA Knight, yeah. Wants his United States Championship back. Yeah. All right, we'll do that. Pretty Deadly get confronted by Legado for the sneak attack. A little pushing, a little shoving. Nick Aldis breaks it up and starts questioning Pretty Deadly. DIY interrupt, getting Pretty Deadly out of some pretty trouble. DIY manipulating Pretty Deadly to do their dirty work. Yeah, man, I like that. Ciampa's buttering them up, and yeah, they're going to manipulate them to do all their dirty work. I like that. We got Michin versus Piper Niven with Chelsea Green, the Women's United States Champion. Michin twerks towards Chelsea. This upsets the champion. Michin counters the Piper Bomb, hits Eat Defeat, and pins and wins. Michin, impressive performance, good chemistry with Piper. Kind of feels like they're setting up for a fairly big year for Michin, trying to get her going. Yeah, Piper, solid matchup overall. Yeah. Paul Heyman, he's here, everybody, and he's cutting a promo. Crowd going wild. Paul angry Solo betrayed Roman. Paul knows Roman will be victorious in tribal combat. Solo arrives. Paul admits he is terrified and he is about to piss himself. This makes the crowd giggle. Solo wants Paul to hold the necklace during the match. If Solo wins, he keeps the Ulafala and Paul Heyman. Oh no, the stakes have gotten even bigger for the tribal combat match. Oh man, Paul Heyman with Solo and all them, that would be magic. But yeah, that's interesting. I like that. Cool move right there for the adding in the services of Paul Heyman. I like that. Now we got a WWE Tag Team Championship match. It is DIY, Gargano and Ciampa defending against the Motor City Machine Guns, Sabin and Shelley. Guns hitting nice tandem dives and super kicks. Ciampa has to make the save. Pretty Deadly distract the Guns, DIY super kick, Widow's Bell combo, and they get a near fall. Guns have DIY locked in submissions. Pretty Deadly and Legado brawl, interferes with the match, and it's disqualified. Oh no. A solid match. The ending was, lame shenanigans, very disappointing. DIY and the Guns won't be done with each other, that's for sure. We're definitely going to have another matchup here. Guns in control for pretty much the whole entire match, so yeah, they're looking for a rematch for sure. We get Carmelo Hayes getting in Sami Zayn's face backstage. Sami gets backed up by the Usos, and all of a sudden, Melo shuts his mouth. Usos bump into Kevin Owens. Kevin warns the Usos to watch their back. That was, Kevin, very calm. That's not a good sign. Something bad's about to happen. We get Nick Aldis tells Cody Rhodes to save his energy for the Royal Rumble. Cody is going to do whatever he wants, so I don't know. Nice try, Nick Aldis. We get a women's WWE Championship matchup up next. Nia Jax defending with Candice versus Naomi with Bianca. Naomi, impressive Samoan drop to Nia. Jax with a big old top rope leg drop. Naomi kicks out. Crowd going banana. Bianca beats the shit out of Candice on the outside. Naomi, sweet top rope counter. Out comes Tiffy and her briefcase. Oh, ja. It's just a distraction, though. Tiffy nails Naomi with the briefcase. Referee doesn't see it. Nia Jax hits the Annihilator and retains. Damn. Not the best ending right there, but a banger of a matchup, man. Wow. Jax dominating early leads to a great Naomi comeback. Near falls, pop in the crowd. They were super into it. I love the chemistry between Nia and Naomi. And then, we're not done, folks. Bianca hits Nia with a KOD, a very impressive one. Tiffy takes out Bianca, and then she cashes in the Money in the Bank. She actually did it. Tiffy nails Nia with the moonsault, pins, and new WWE Women's Champion. It is Tiffany Stratton. It is Tiffy fucking time. Let's go, baby. Awesome cash in right there. Huge pop for Tiffy, who is beyond deserving of this moment. Big celebration. I believe she gets fireworks. Crowd going crazy. Double thumbs up. That was fucking awesome. I am so happy for Tiffy, man. Ever since she came in, I was like, she is bound for greatness, and she's finally here at the Tiffy top, baby. We get LA Knight, yeah. He challenges Shinsuke for a United States title match for next week, and it's gonna happen, yeah. We get a 6-man tag team match in the main event. Solo Sikoa, Fatu, and Tama Tonga versus the Usos and Sami Zayn, who's also an Uso. Fatu, a wicked splash and moonsault combo on Jimmy. Drew McIntyre makes his way to the ring, gets taken out by a Jay dive. Jay superkick splash combo on Fatu, who is not the legal man. Solo spikes Jay, pins, and wins. A slow-paced, boring main event, not gonna lie. Bloodline, slow beatdown. Thankfully, Fatu doing some backflips and shit brought some excitement to the match, but kind of a dud match for myself. And that's the end of the show. A pretty solid first 3 hours SmackDown. They have a couple title matches in there. Now, the tag team match was disappointing, ends in disqualification. Some storyline setups with Cody and Kevin, and the Usos and Sami Zayn, Bloodline, all that crap, Solo Sikoa. Nothing really new there other than Paul Heyman getting added to the stipulation of the match, which I actually really like. Wrestling was mostly okay. There was the Women's WWE Championship match and the Money in the Bank moment to follow that was outstanding. That was the best moment by far of the whole entire show. Kind of saved it from mediocrity overall. So overall, I would hit it with like a 6.5 out of 10. The main event kind of stunk. It was very slow and boring and predictable. Again, we get Solo Sikoa ending the show on top. That's like 4 fucking weeks in a row or something like that now. But yeah, we're just kind of waiting for the Tribal Combat match and things to get rolling. Also very interested to see what Drew McIntyre is going to do. Is there a possible friendship teaming up with Cody Rhodes? I mean, not likely, but I would love it. 6.5 out of 10 for the SmackDown. Let's go now to the land of AEW. We got Dynamite. Where the heck is Dynamite at? They're at Asheville, North Kakalaki, North Carolina. All right, there we go. I did it. Death Riders and Rated FTR exchange messages with each other backstage. Edge says he is sicker than Moxley, and it's going to be a fun fight. Well, we'll see about it. Orange Cassidy going up against Adam Page. Orange slammed on the stage. Cassidy keeps rolling out of the ring, trolling Hangman so he can't hit the buckshot. Hangman finally hits the buckshot and defeats Cassidy. A pretty good opening match. Not as good as I was hoping for. You see Orange Cassidy and Adam Page, you're like, oh, that's easily a banger, but not so much. Cassidy, usual funny antics. Hangman, all business. Page attacks Orange after the match, hitting multiple Deadeyes, and then drops Christopher Daniels with some punches. What the hell did CD do? We got Jay White angry that Wheeler Yuta screwed him over at World's End, no doubt. White looks to win a triple threat match to get into the Casino Gauntlet. All right. We get the Acclaimed Bowens and Caster versus the Hurt Syndicate, Lashley and Benjamin. Acclaimed arguing backstage before the match. Bowens thinks Max hit him with a belt on purpose. That was on Rampage, so I didn't see it. Max denies this. Bowens looks on as Caster gets demolished by Bobby and Shelton. Bobby Spear locks in the Hurt Lock, and Max taps out. Pure domination. Max got fucking destroyed. And Caster looking ridiculous, calling himself the best wrestler in the world. And he just got fucking manhandled. And yeah, so I don't know what the fuck they're thinking with the Acclaimed right now. I am not liking what they're doing with them. Like, one of the most popular tag teams they had, and they're just ruining them. We get Jamie Hayter versus the returning Julia Hart. Yay! Julia, unique submission. Hayter powers out with a fireman's carry backbreaker. Hayter knocked off of the ropes, hard landing for her. Hart, with arrows in hand, causes a distraction, spits the mist into Hayter's eyes, and Julia picks up her return victory. Awesome to see Hayter and Julia back in the ring together again, both not injured. Julia's aura, still really cool, man. Her entrance is just so badass, and her song, really solid matchup. Definitely going to have another one. Can't wait. TBS champion Mercedes Moné celebrates the successful title defense. Moné plays a nice video package for herself, and yeah, nothing happens. We get a triple threat for a Casino Gauntlet spot. It's Roddy Strong versus Jay White versus Swerve Strickland. Swerve with a nice hot start, doing a backflip dive, and he sticks the landing. Roddy hurls White out of the ring into Swerve. Ricochet appears in the crowd and stabs Swerve with a pair of golden scissors. What the fucking fuck? White nails Roddy with a Blade Runner and earns a spot in the Casino Gauntlet. A really good action-packed matchup. Everyone getting some good moments. Lots of maneuvers getting done and whatnot. 7.5 out of 10. Swerve is a bloody mess. Gets brutally attacked by Ricochet. Undisputed Kingdom come out to stop Ricochet from killing Swerve on live TV. Damn, Ricochet, that was messed up. That is the most aggressive thing I've seen Ricochet ever do. So, yeah, that was cool. So he's going to get into it with Swerve. That should be a pretty damn good rivalry right there. We got Jeff Jarrett. He is thinking about his future, getting support from the homies. Karen is there. She also is having support for Jeff. Jarrett grabs a pair of wrestling boots and heads to the ring. Oh my goodness. Jeff giving us his life story filled with risks and rewards. Jeff asks, should the last outlaw walk? Hell no. Instead, Jeff signs one more contract with AEW, and Jeff wants AEW singles gold, specifically the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. No, I can't see that happening. I don't want that to happen. No disrespect to Jeff Jarrett. You can win a TNT or whatever, maybe. That'd be fine. But, dude, you're like 57 years old. You stole Kurt Angle's wife. Get the hell out of here. AEW Women's Champion. Quick, super cocky heel promo. Not much. It was like a minute, maybe. Not even. Maybe 30, 40 seconds. Hook delivers a message to Christian that he will beat his ass. Again, super fast message. We get a 2-on-1 match. It's Powerhouse Hobbs versus Cruz and Killjoy. First AEW squash match of the year of what is going to be numerous, man. I don't know why they just always do this. Why do they have squash matches like this all the time? And it is so... It's just not a thing. We don't do that no more. We don't do this crap. Like, you guys are on fucking television. Like, this is house show shit. You do a squash match like that. Stop putting... It's a part of AEW now. It's like, oh, here's the squash match. Here we go. Waste of time. Big Bill and Keith meet Rated FTR backstage. Bill disrespects his elders and now has to fight Edge and friends on Rampage. Bye, guys. MJF bloody promo in the arena after the match at World's End. MJF calls out Moxley. Max calls himself a god, and Devil gets his due. Part 2 incoming. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Yo, I am excited. MJF and Moxley? Yeah, dude, that should be fun. I think they need that. Try and put a little bit of life into this fucking Death Riders thing, because it's so dull already. All they do is sneak attack and interfere and sneak attack and interfere and 10-minute long fucking speeches of make no fucking sense. I don't get it. Anyway, main event time. Trios tag team match. It is Moxley, Yuta, and Claudio with the Death Riders versus Rated FTR, Cash, Dax, and Edge. And Edge would like to be called Cope now. Cope. Are you fucking kidding me? No, you're Edge. Shafir slams Edge into the ring post. Edge and Moxley go shot for shot. Edge hits an impaler. Moxley takes off into the crowd. Moxley and Claudio pull Edge ding ding first into the ring post. Jay White shows up with a Blade Runner on Yuta. Edge backdrops Moxley onto the table. That looked painful. FTR shatter machine. Edge spear to Yuta, and Rated FTR wins. Pretty good, entertaining main event. Took a while to get going, but they finished strong, and yeah, pretty good. 7 out of 10. And a solid Dynamite roster getting healthier. Edge and Julia back in action. That was pretty good. MJF calling out Moxley. Moxley has me very excited. I hope we get there very soon. Honestly hating what they have done with the Acclaim, man. Like, what the fuck? You ruined one of the most popular AEW tag teams, and now they're just they're just there, and they're just, everything they do is just lame now. We don't get the raps like we used to, and all they do is squabble with each other. So yet another tag team that are falling out. Hobbs squash match with a waste of time. Blinking you'll miss them promos from Mariah and Hook. Orange getting pushed to the side so Rated FTR can take the fight to Death Riders. I don't know, man. Questionable booking and storytelling with the whole Death Riders thing all in all. It's gotten stale very fast for me. Like I said, it's just the same thing. Rinse and repeat every week, and they've just been moving through people. Like we did fucking Orange Cassidy and his group of merry men, and then we moved on. It's Hangman and Jay White. They're gone already. That barely even happened. That just got pushed to the side. Now Rated FTR are thrown into that. We got fucking MJF calling him out. Like, it's a mess, honestly. It's very much so a mess right now. I'm not liking the storyline. A 6 out of 10 for Dynamite this week. And we'll finish it with Collision. They are also in Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina, to be exact. We got a TNT Championship match to kick it off. It's Danny Garcia defending against Mark Briscoe. Briscoe, nice cactus jack elbow drop, like that. Briscoe suplexes Danny over the ropes. They both go over. God, that bump scares the hell out of me. I hate when they do it, but it always looks like someone's going to break their neck, but they're okay. Mark escapes the Garcia sharpshooter. Briscoe hits a lovely froggy bow and a J-driller, but Garcia has his foot on the ropes. Garcia quick jackknife pin, snags the 3 to retain. Solid opening match, bit of a slow start, lots of back and forth striking. Briscoe, strong performance, getting the crowd going. Garcia, usual resilience on display. It was all right. Moxley is disappointed. FTR joined up with Edge. Now he has to show them hell on earth. All right. We got a Jeff Jarrett squash match. We'll just move past that. World Tag Team Championship match. We got Private Party, Cassidy and Quen defending against Action Andretti and Leo Rush. Yo, those jackets that the fucking Rush and Andretti are wearing, so stupid. They're like the puffiest jackets you'll ever see, and then they got these outrageous, like, puffy spikes all over them. Like, what the fuck is that? Okay, Quen FU's Leo onto Andretti. Quen's back gives out, so he is fucked up for pretty much the whole match. Leo with a nice cutter, Andretti, nice Spanish fly. They hit Cassidy with a gin and juice. It's a near fall. Wow. Top Flight eating and throwing popcorn towards the ring watching the match. Private Party, Twist of Fate, Shooting Star Press combo. Pin is broken up. Dante Martin stops Leo from cheating. Andretti gets rolled up and Private Party retain. A good match with some nice high flying throughout. Leo and Andretti dominated the first half. They worked really good together. Private Party, nice comeback win. 7 out of 10. We get Cope is interviewed about attacking the Death Riders. Edge, a.k.a. Cope, was protecting his friends, FTR. Jericho shows up, listing off all of his AEW gimmicks. Edge is like, chill, daddy. He remembers Chris being an asshole, and apparently Chris is still an asshole. Funny moment. Chris respects the sick burn that he just received. Cool interaction between the two WWE legends, or just legends. 4 decades that these guys have wrestled together. Like, since the 80s, these guys have been in the ring together. And it's been 15 years since they've had a match together. So we're gonna end that streak right here tonight. Tony Storm versus Deonna Purrazzo up next with Taya. Tony cracks Taya in the face, rolls up Deonna to grab the win. This would have been a good match, but oh my goodness, way too much Taya interference. It was so annoying. Like, 4 or 5 times she got into the match and interfered. Just way too much. Deonna, good snug performance. Been missing Deonna, man. They have not been using her very much. Tony, good chemistry with Deonna. I would be down for another match. Hangman is flipping out backstage, smacks Christopher Daniels in the face. Christopher Daniels walks away and then returns bloody and proceeds to beat the shit out of Hangman. Looks like Christopher Daniels is going to be getting back into the ring here, possibly, against Hangman. An odd rivalry, but all right. We get the Acclaim. They're having yet another argument. Bowens tired of Caster's best in the world bullshit. Bowens wants to punch Caster, but promised Daddy he would not. So, all right. Now we got a fatal four-way for $100,000. All right, can I get in on this? Dante Martin, Beast Mortos, Brian Cage, and Commander. Commander with the awesome Rana and a twisty dive. That's a thumbs up. Leo Rush blindsides Dante from behind, getting revenge for earlier. Brian Cage with a one-handed military press slam on Commander. You fucking serious, bro? Thumbs up. And that happened during a commercial break. Like, come on. Commander, amazing springboard destroyer, perfectly executed with Mortos. Brian goes wild, big moves, hitting a big old combo, hits Dante with this unique arm slam thingy, and Brian Cage wins $100,000. Banger right there. Cage and Commander were outstanding. Oh my goodness, the power and the high flying just out of control. Lots of action throughout. Dante getting a little storyline progression as well. 8 out of 10. And now we're at the main event. Trios tag team match. It's Learning Trees, Jericho, Big Bill, and Brian Keith versus Rated FTR, Cash, Dax, and Cope. Bill chokeslams Cash onto Dax. Edge and Jericho face off. The spear is countered with a code breaker. Rated FTR superplex splash and elbow drop combo. That was wicked. Dax sharpshooter versus Jericho's walls. They get into a slap fight and they're like screaming at each other. That was awesome. Thumbs up. Keith whacks Dax with a belt. Edge spears Keith on the apron. Rated FTR hit Jericho with the Shatter Machine spear combo for the win. A really good main event right here. I'm surprised. Way better than I thought it was going to be. Big Bill was freaking awesome, man. Everything that guy does looks devastating, and he could sell really well for a 7-foot fucking guy, man. What are they, like, this guy should be, like, huge in AEW, but not yet. Edge, strong performance. I love the moment with him and Chris Jericho, and man, Edge booted Chris right upside the head with a nasty boot. That was some good shit right there. Stiff strikes and hard bumps throughout. Yeah, this was, like I said, way better than I thought. 7.5 out of 10. And then the Rock and Roll Express. They were here earlier. They were hanging out with the Outrunners. And now the Rock and Roll Express are held hostage by Moxley and his group. Outrunners to the rescue, but it's a sneak attack. Outrunners taken out. Rated FTR save the Express and the Death Riders escape. And that's the end of the show. Pretty solid collision. Got off to a rough start. I'm really not feeling Garcia, man. Like, he's just... They don't make their champions look good. Like, Garcia got the shit kicked out of him. Their tag team got the shit kicked out of them, and they're just not making their champions look all that good. Squash match, unnecessary, but the show did finish really strong. That 4-way for $100K, that was a banger. And the main event, way better than I thought it was going to be. So that really helped out the show. 6.5 out of 10. And let's finish it with the 3 stars of the week. We got quite a bit of shout-outs here, and the World's End is in this 3 stars. So it's going to be a World's End heavy 3 stars. But I want to shout out the Tijuana street fight between Rosa and Mariah May at World's End. Another very good hardcore matchup involving women, man. Like, it's freaking awesome. Mariah May is never shy to get hardcore. And yeah, she's got a very willing opponent in Thunder Rosa. Damn fine match right there. And I got to shout out Naomi and Nia Jax, their women's championship match on SmackDown, which I'll also tie in Tiffy's Money in the Bank cash-in moment. That was fucking awesome. Oh my goodness, excuse me. But damn, man, that was so good. Awesome for Tiffy. And kind of, I feel a little bit bad for Naomi because, you know, she's been chasing the championship for years now, trying to get it back. I remember she was the champion back when my wife and I got back into wrestling, where she was the champion when we started watching it together. And yeah, it's been ever since that, 8 years ago, they said, since she's had the championship. So I feel a little bit bad for Naomi, like, you know, kind of her moment, her big match, and, you know, everything was just kind of pushed to the side with Tiffy's big moment and everything. I hope Naomi will get another opportunity and she gets that championship at some point, because she's been outstanding, and yeah, I'm really rooting for her. So hopefully she gets her due. And now for the official 3 stars. 3rd star goes to Will Ospreay versus Cal Fletcher, World's End. That was a tournament matchup. And yeah, dude, it's Kyle Fletcher and Ospreay. These two have fought a few times before. The formula on myself personally getting a little bit tired. I don't like the fact that they continuously do, like, you get nailed with a big combo and then they no-sell it, they pop right back up. They do that too much. Way too much. You pull that one out every once in a while, once in a blue moon. You're watering down your matches by doing that all the time. So there's no need for it. You don't have to do that. Your matches are absolutely spectacular. You don't need to do that. Just sell the moves, man. But it was good enough for the third star this week. It was a great match. Second star goes to Mercedes Moné and Statlander 2. World's End TBS title match. Oh my goodness. These two, chemistry off the charts. I love watching these two wrestle. The counters, the transitions, the near falls, just back and forth battles, man. It was awesome. Good enough for the second star. First star goes to Will Ospreay and Okada, their finals match in the tournament. These two both had 2 matches on the World's End card, so this was their second match of the night. Ospreay came in just mutilated, man. Like, he was so fucked up. Still put on an outstanding performance and an excellent match, in contention for matches of the year. And there we go, everybody. That is the 3 stars, and that is the recap. Thank you so much for listening. Let me know what you thought about the TIFFY. Are you all about TIFFY? I love TIFFY, man. Ever since she showed up, I've been a fan, and I'm so happy for TIFFY. That is amazing. And in terms of what else we got going on with the podcast this week, I'm a little bit behind, obviously. I just did the GamerCast the other day, kind of focusing in on New Year's resolutions, talking about the games I would like to try and take down in 2025. So be talking about that. In terms of what we got coming up for the GamerCast this week, I'm still not 100% sure what I want to do. I'll have something. It's rather I'm going to do something on 13 Sentinels, or maybe a review on Indiana Jones or something like that. Regardless, there'll be something there for y'all to dig into this week, and obviously we'll be doing the hockey cast as well. Going to be talking about the World Juniors and a bunch of other news and what's happenings around the NHL. So there we go, everybody. That's the review. That's the recap. And is there a pay? I don't know if there's a pay-per-view this week. If there is a pay-per-view this week, there will be a separate pay-per-view review for whatever pay-per-view happens. There we go, everybody. Hopefully you had a good New Year's and all that great stuff. Hopefully everyone's kicking off the new year in good style and all that great stuff. I upload all of these episodes to the Gamer GX Videos YouTube channel. You can go over there, subscribe. Great place to drop a comment. You want a question answered live on the podcast, drop a comment. Send a message on Twitter. There's an email address, all that great stuff. I would love to answer a question live on the podcast. Anything about wrestling, hockey, or video games would be preferred. Outside of that, I'm no expert, not an expert, period, but it is what it is. And so there we go, everybody. Thank you again so much for listening. We'll be back again with some GX.